Come join us on a bus tour of the historic port of Malacca, visiting colonial ruins and churches, stopping off for a delicious banquet of Malaysian food, and then wandering historic Jonker Street.
Hi everyone,
Good morning. Welcome to Our Time to Wander. He's Rick.
and this is Sally, and we're two retired educators from Canada traveling the world. Right now we are here in Malaysia. Right in behind is our tour bus, and we are off to
Malacca.
Malacca. Is a historical city here in Malaysia with lots of significant buildings and events that have taken place there. So we're looking forward to learning.
Come join us.
Sally has gone to the washroom. I better keep an eye out for her. She's been known to get lost when we're on these bus tours, going in one door into the washroom and then out another. Or I recall one time losing her in China, and turned out she had returned to the bus. And Christy and I, we almost missed the bus. Christy's our daughter.
Hi, so this is St. Peter's Catholic Church, and it was built when actually the Dutch had control of Malacca, but for a brief time the Dutch and the Portuguese were allies, and the Dutch allowed Portugal to build a Roman Catholic church. We continued on to the city's historic center. We climbed the steps of the oldest remaining Dutch historical building in the Orient, the Stadhuis, or City Hall, built by the Dutch in 1650, now home to a museum. Beside the City Hall building is Christ Church, an Anglican church built by the Dutch in the 18th century, and in front of the Stadhuis is Queen Victoria's fountain.
We're in the heart of Malacca. Right in behind me is Red Square, otherwise known as Dutch Square. All the buildings here have the Dutch influence and represents the period when the Dutch ruled this area. Across the street you can see a windmill, a little replica windmill, so it shows the influence of that time period. Of course, the Dutch were here because of the spice trade. Malacca was a central key port for the movement of ships between Europe and Asia.
Then we all trooped up a hill to some church ruins found at the highest point within this old fortress. This fortified area at one time was the stronghold of the Portuguese, then the Dutch, then the British, then during World War II of the Japanese, before reverting back to a British colony until 1957 when it finally won independence.
We're just taking a rest on a bench outside of St. Paul's, or the remnants of the St. Paul's Church. Your highlights or first impressions of Malacca?
Yeah, Malacca's great. It's got such a rich history of colonial rule and remnants of that in the city. So far so good. Yeah.
The temperatures actually has been quite nice. There's a bit of a breeze, and it's quite cooling.
It's the first time we've done an organized tour of somewhere here in Malaysia, and it seems like a good one. Very nice guide, full of information and full of stories and history. Enjoying the stories.
So it is lunchtime. We're now in a restaurant and waiting for our food. We were just told there's 7 dishes, 2 vegetables, a tofu and egg dish, and then there's prawns and chicken dish, but no beef or no pork. It's going to be family style. The food has started to arrive and it's looking good. We have so far some steamed rice, some fish, and some eggs. Oh, bean sprouts too. All the dishes are here now. There's tofu and chicken, sweet and sour chicken, curry prawns.
Really good dish. You just brought us our dessert, which is shaved ice, coconut milk, red bean, brown cane sugar, and you're supposed to mix it all up. And it's totally vegan.
Give it a taste.
Oh, what was the green? Do you remember what
That's
the green
Chengdu.
was? Chengdu. Here it goes. It's good. It's very refreshing.
Once again, I've been known to lose Sally when she goes off to use the washroom, and we're waiting for a tour bus. So I'm gonna keep an eye. I don't want to lose her.
Coming out of the bathroom.
I didn't lose you. I waited. We are on Jonker Street. We have about 2 hours on our own. We were told that there's one main stretch right here, but in behind it branches off into 3 different directions.
We had some free time to explore and started off by visiting a few temples, beginning with Xianglin-Si Buddhist Temple. It was quiet and peaceful and cool, and the people very kind and friendly. At the foot of Jonker Street, we found a spot by a canal to have a rest and a cool drink. It was blissful. I'm just having a little sip of Rick's beer. Look at the size he got.
Don't know this brand. It's Anchor.
This is what you get if you order lemon juice in Malaysia.
We're quite relaxed. I almost fell asleep sitting here. A bit of beer, a bit of a cool breeze, and this beautiful scenery.
Nice place. We found a nice little corner of Malacca.
Look at what Sally got. Looks good.
And hard to see.
We're about to hop back on the bus. What do you think, Sal? Have you enjoyed this walk?
Yeah, yeah, I have. Malacca's great.
I'm glad we came.
Hmm.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us in our wandering.
Bye.
Bye.